All right, girls. Easy. Let me hook you up. Ginger. Let's hook you up. All right. Yeah, we're going to be nice. We're going to have a nice short walk. Mom, we'll be back in a little bit. This way, short walk. This way, short walk. Come on. Gotta go. Come on, Gingy. No lawns. Come on, baby. There you go. Good girls. Oh, what'd you find? Yep, somebody else was there. All right, that's it. Good girls. We used to have a dog named Charlie. Charlie was a Beagle mix. They told us she was Beagle and Chihuahua. And I think that could have been true. But when Charlie walked, I walked her at my side. And she did a very good job. And she was a good dog. But when my wife walked her, Kirsten would let her walk at the end of the lead. Because she was part Beagle. And she wants to smell. And she wants to run ahead. And find the bunny. And I always used to notice that Charlie was much happier when she came back from a walk with my wife because she got to do what she wanted versus when she walked with me, she had to walk under strict control. And whereas I certainly understand the value of keeping your dog under control and teaching them to walk your side or to heel or to follow commands, I also feel like I don't own dogs to have complete dominion over another organism. And it deflates me a little bit to think that my dogs aren't enjoying the walk as much as I am. So I don't agree with people who let their dogs go off leash, despite the name of this channel. It's a little bit of irony. I really think, unless you're in some private wooded area, or if you own an enormous property, where you don't have to worry about encountering other people or other animals, it's kind of irresponsible to take your dogs off leash. And also, whereas I feel like the kind of dogs that I have, in this case a Beagle, and a mixed breed who has a lot of hunting dogs, sporting dogs in the mix, they want to feel like they're going on a hunt. But they don't need to be loose. And they don't need to be allowed to do whatever they want. Like go up on lawns. Or to jump up on people. Or anything like that. So I do keep them in control. But I think it's a lot more enjoyable for them walking at the far end of a tandem leash where they can walk together and I still have control over where they go than it is for me to take them out one at a time and make them march next to me like little robots who aren't allowed to run out ahead and sniff and mark the grass with their scent or to leave giant poop deposits on the curb. Okay, well, looks like I have work to do. Okay, Gingy, get off there. Here we go. You ready, ladies? Let's go. Come on. Come on. That's it. Good girls. We have to do a cleanup there. See? That's the other thing. Oh, we used to live in a neighborhood where we had a serial pooper. Now, It's not the dog's fault. Dogs gotta go, and dogs go outside. But somebody in the neighborhood was walking their dog. And by all evidence, it was a large dog. Not a little dog like the ones I have here. I'm talking Labrador or bigger. And for whatever reason, they were permitting their large dog to place their leavings on my front lawn. And then they just walked on as if nothing had happened. So, I don't know what time of day they were doing this, but I think it was just whenever the dog felt like it. I didn't have any enemies, at least none that I know of. Or anybody that would have a grudge against me. We kind of keep to ourselves. So, somebody's dog just liked the smell of our yard and would leave deposits. Infuriating. Infuriating. Suffice to say, I always clean up. I always have bags with me. And I try not to let them pee in the same place twice. How do I remember? I don't know. It's just one of those things. I also have a mind for passwords. I work in a technical job. And I have a different password for every piece of software and every access point that I encounter. I never use the same password for more than one thing. I never repeat my passwords. My passwords are long and difficult to ascertain. I do use a password manager through work because they provide it for free. It's very convenient. But for the past 30 years, I haven't really needed them. I can remember stupid things without trying to. Like my driver's license and people's social security numbers. I mean the ones I'm supposed to know. Like family members and stuff like that. Anyway, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, right. People that don't clean up after their dog. So I remember one time I took Daisy out for a walk before we had Ginger. Daisy was just a puppy. She wasn't even a year old yet. And she was still learning how to walk on the leash. But, like clockwork, every walk, she had to go. It was just her nightly thing. Now, because she has Ginger, and they play together outside so much, when we do go for a walk, she doesn't always have to go. But back when she was a puppy, yeah, every time. And sometimes twice. We'd do a walk, and she would go twice. I remember one time we went for a walk, and she went, and I didn't have bags. And I was mortified. First thing I did was look around to see if the person whose house that it happened in front of was home. I don't think they were. There were no cars. Second thing I looked for was was there a piece of garbage or something that I could put down so that nobody stepped in it or they would see it? I didn't see anything. There were no branches and the streets are pretty clean. So we turned around, ran back home, went in the front door. I yelled to my wife, "I need bags." She came to the door frantically. "What are you talking about?" Because of the urgency in my voice. I said, "Daisy pooped and I forgot to bring bags. The bag holder was empty." And she said, "You came all the way back for that?" I said, "Yeah, we can't finish our walk if I know that there's a poop out there that's my responsibility. I'll be thinking about it the whole time. And second of all, it's just wrong." And we were only 10 minutes away from home at that point. We were doing a medium walk, getting her into doing long walks. This is a short walk today. We're just doing a quick neighborhood walk so they can get some bathroom in and a little energy out before we go out to dinner with friends. So anyway, my wife hands me bags, and I load the holder. And the whole while walking back to the scene of the crime, I'm thinking, oh God, what if the homeowner rolled up and saw the poop and cleaned it up and was cursing me the whole time? So I was very paranoid about that. But as it turns out, they didn't come home. The poop was still there. And I picked it up. So I felt better about myself. And I don't think anybody ever knew. So no harm, no foul. Oh, here we go. Round 2. Everybody ate well this morning. Ginger doesn't always eat breakfast. Some days she does, some days she doesn't, but today she did. And they both had a good breakfast this morning. So it's not a surprise that I'm having to clean up 2 messes on this walk. All right, don't look. I said don't look, not because I think you should be grossed out, because you shouldn't. It's just poop. Dogs do it all the time. But because I don't want critique of my poop bag technique. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there with opinions about the correct form for picking up one's dog's poop, and though I appreciate people's attempts to share knowledge with me, I'm perfectly comfortable that my way of collecting my dog's leavings is within both scientific and societal standards. So you don't need to watch because I don't want to be told. But anyway, one of these walks, maybe not today, but one of these walks, I'm going to tell the story of how we got Ginger. I should probably first tell the story of why we got Daisy. Because Charlie, our old dog, when she passed away, I came back from the vet and I told my wife, I don't need another dog. I don't want another dog. Because Charlie was the perfect dog. And having to take Charlie to be put down when she got sick. Come on, Ginger. Come on. Let's go. No bunnies. See? Not too hard. Having to put Charlie down when she got sick was very stressful. Very hard. You know, I fully accept that responsibility as dad. It doesn't mean that I look forward to it again. That being said, at some point, my wife and I both started looking at dogs online, and she found Daisy. And we got her from a Beagle mommy. She's got Beagle papers. I've had her since she was 4 months old, and she's a very good dog. She is a Beagle though, so she's very stubborn. And when she's sniffing or tracking, it is really hard to get her to listen to you. What training I do with her has to have food. I try to reinforce things that she's already learned without food, but to try to teach her something new without food, it's practically impossible. But she is smart, and like most Beagles, very sweet. She loves people, loves kids. She loves other dogs. She thinks she's a big dog, even though she only weighs 20 pounds. She's a small Beagle. But she ends up getting in chases and tumbles with big dog friends. So we have to keep an eye on her whenever she has a play date with a big dog, because she doesn't get it. I've heard that people have said that training Beagles to potty train was hard, and that was not the case with Daisy. She figured it out pretty much right away. There were accidents for sure, but I'm going to say most of those accidents weren't her fault. Either we were poorly prepared and didn't put her out before bed, and then slept too hard and didn't wake up when she told us she had to go, or there was a time when she was a puppy and every dog in the neighborhood had some crazy parasite and they were all sharing it, and so she had the worst kind of accident a few times in the house. And we went through about 4 months with the vet of testing her food sensitivity, and it was every week was, all right, try this food, and we would limit her. Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to you one time about the lizards in town. I'll tell you more about that another time. Come on, Gingy. Come on, we're gonna leave it for now. Leave it. Head home. Good girl. We have lizards. I live in New Jersey. I know it doesn't make sense, but one day I'll tell the story. So anyway, lizards. Okay, no more lizards. Let's go this way. Let's avoid them. Come on. Avoid the lizards. So anyway, 4 months of food sensitivity testing with the vet, ultimately getting prescription food, pre-digested proteins, which she hated. None of it changed her problems. And she had more than just the worst kind of accident. She had the itchy skin and licking her paws and rash on her belly. And after the 4 months of food trials, the vet goes, you know, it's been wet. Next time she comes in, and every time she comes in for the next 2 weeks, I want you to take an antiseptic wipe and wipe her paws when she comes in the house to get all the microbes and fungus off her paws when she comes in. Sure enough, 1 week later, no more rashes, no more licking, no more worst kind of accident inside or outside of the house. It all went away because she needed clean paws. So anyway, that's my story for today, and that's our walk. Time to go to dinner. See you later.